Architecture is so interesting.
I know, right? Hey, don't you find it cool how geometry is used in architecture?
Yeah, dude.
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
We were just talking about architecture.
What's architecture?
Dude,
Do you know what? He doesn't know what architecture is.
that's crazy. He's such an amateur. I think we need to teach him something.
Yeah, dude. I think we do.
I have an idea. I did this interview earlier with an architect, and we could show him that. Maybe he'll learn something.
Yeah. Hey, Nitin.
Yeah?
Do you want to learn about architecture with us?
Sure.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
We out.
Hi, Mr. Yadav. I know you're an architect. I would like to ask some questions about how geometry is used in architecture.
Okay.
So the first question that I have is, what is architecture?
Architecture is the art and science of designing buildings, and that applies to all kinds of buildings. Anything that's used to house people, whether it's your school, it's your home, it's airport, hospitals, those are all buildings. And architecture is the art of designing these buildings.
Interesting. So, which geometric shape is the most stable when it comes to buildings?
Well, geometry, first of all, is used throughout the field of architecture. It's the backbone of design.
Yeah.
In terms of the most stable shape, I would say it's the triangle. It's the most stable shape there is, and it's often used in structural design, where we design a roof in the form of a triangle. It's the most economical and most stable.
Okay. So which geometric principles do you find yourself using in your everyday work?
Most often it's the proportions, the area calculations, trigonometry, finding angles, sometimes finding angles of things that you can't reach physically. For example, when you're trying to do a survey of something, you cannot physically measure it, but you can use the geometric principles to calculate that without having to reach that height or that distance.
Okay. So how are different geometrical shapes used differently in buildings, and which geometric shapes do you end up using the most?
We use all shapes depending on the building that you're designing. Sometimes you use a rectangle, square, triangle, octagon, pentagon, all kinds of shapes are used. The most often used, I would say, is the rectangle and the triangle.
Okay.
Great interview. How do you like it, Nitin?
It was really good, but I still don't understand how architecture applies to geometry.
Oh, we'll teach you right here. As you can see, these two planes intersect at this wall. It forms one line because two planes form a line.
Can two planes form a point?
No, two planes never form a point.
Oh, I never knew that.
However, as you can see, there's a third plane here. When three planes intersect, it always forms a point.
Yeah, I'll probably get that wrong on my next math quiz.
Ha, same.
Baby, won't you come?
Oh!
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm
good, but
What are these shapes on the floor?
Well, as you can see, these are quadrilaterals.
What does that mean?
It means that they have four sides. Now, it looks like it's a rectangle, but we need to prove that.
How do you do that?
Let's see. So if these two sides and these two sides are congruent, that forms a parallelogram. So let's see. 7 inches, 7 inches. These are congruent. 3 inches, 3 inches. So they're parallelograms.
Well, how do you prove it's a rectangle?
So to prove it's a rectangle, it just needs to be a parallelogram with one right angle. So let's see. Yeah, this is a right angle.
Oh,
Yeah.
so does that make it a rectangle?
It does.
Wow, I learned something new today.
Yeah.
Yeah.